Hi guys, and welcome to my new video. This is a new product coming from China. Let's have a look at the bag. There we go. So it's a watch, a wrist watch. It's classified as other. The net weight is 0.3. The total value is 3. I'm guessing that's US dollars because this one's coming from China. So that's just the standard CN23. So let's have a look at what's inside. So there's an instruction booklet there. Let's put that to one side. A charging cable for a watch. And there's the watch. So that's the watch there. Let's put the charging cable out away. There we go. Before I switch it on, let's have a good look at it. There's the back speaker grill there. You can get it really close up, see if it'll zoom in. It won't. That's the charging port there. Micro USB. That's the cover for it. Not a fantastically fitted cover. Right, so there we go. So basically this is a smartwatch. It works with Android. It works with Android and iOS. I don't know how well it works with iOS, but it's mainly designed to work with Android. I haven't attempted to use it with Apple products. So basically, obviously it's got that port in the back for the speaker. That'll just keep popping out. What do you expect though for less than £10? You tape it in. So that's the grill for the speaker. There we go, that's the grill. So all the noise comes out of there. So it's actually switched on the standby mode is the watch screen. Let's turn that off a minute. So obviously with that grill, and it's not waterproof, obviously. Any water gets in there, it'll get straight into the contacts. So the glass isn't scratch resistant either, and it has got the factory fitted screen protector, which is just a basic protector. So you can actually get more screen protectors, and they're available on eBay for 99p for 5. Let's just see if we can get that in focus. There we go. Just search for DZ09 screen, and that'll find you the screen protectors for these. So let's go ahead and switch it on. So that's the standby clock face. I've decided to change the clock face. You just tap the screen and it changes. If you tap it again, it changes. So those are the three options. So that's the one I've chosen. So if you don't touch it again, it will set as that one. So if you want it set as that one, you can then turn it off, and turning it back on should have it set as that one. So if you want it to set as that one, you don't touch the screen again, you turn it off, turn it back on, it will be set as that one. So that's quite a basic. You only get three options, so it's that one, this one I prefer, and that one Roman numerals. So that's the last one. So I prefer that one. So if you turn it off and on again, it's now set as that. So if I turn it off and on, so it's set as that one. The time's correct, and it looks more like a normal watch. So to get it off that menu, it's a long press on the button, and that gets you to the menu system that's in the watch. So at the moment I've turned the sounds off. So to get an idea of what the sounds are like, let's go in and change it's on profiles. So you just click it onto general, activate, select, so it's now activated. So if I go back to the home screen, back again, now I turn it off, yes, you can now hear the off screen volume. I think it is adjustable, I don't know, I haven't found the menu for it yet, but it should be adjustable. So let's see how fast this watch boots up compared to what Android Wear ones do. So it's got a vibration as well in the watch. It's up and ready to go before the music's even stopped. So to stop that being annoying, let's go into phone settings. No, it's not there again, sorry. I'm new to this myself, so it's menu, profiles, and silent. So all you get is vibration then when an alert comes in. So now you activate that. So that's activated. So you go back to the main menu. So now it's coming up as with a little symbol there saying the sounds have been stopped. So basically, let's have a quick look through this, what functions are available on this. So we go menu, so you have a sleep monitor, a sedentary monitor and a pedometer. That's the QR code, so you can download the app to work with this on your phone. Let's just go back out of that, so menu. There's anti-lost feature. When your phone gets separated from your watch, your watch will tell you your phone has gone beyond a certain distance, and you can look out for who's taken it or borrowed it. So it gives you an early warning basically when someone's trying to steal your phone. There's an internet browser which is horribly slow. There's Facebook and Twitter and WhatsApp as well. So it's quite a basic. So let's just go back to there. So there is also a camera on this watch. There we go, there's a camera there. So let's just go back through that, I think we missed one. So menu, remote notifier, file manager, image viewer, a remote capture. Now I think that works with your phone, so you need to install the BT Notifier app to your phone. The image viewer, the file manager, settings, the alarm, a calendar, a calculator. Let's just have a look at how small the buttons are on that calculator. They're quite small. Let's just have a look at that. So let's come out of that calculator. Then sound recorder, camera, audio player and Bluetooth buttons there. So profile, sleep monitor, sedentary reminder and pedometer there as well. Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp. So let's just see what quality the camera is on this. So let's just see if we can read this instruction manual with it. So basically the camera points straight out from the flat surface of the phone. Let's try it with my hand. It's difficult to tell if it's basically a very basic camera. There is a zoom ability, but obviously the lenses don't shift. So all it's doing is enlarging the pixels and just making the image look even worse. I think it will also capture video, but it's at 0.3 megapixels, which is a VGA camera as far as I can tell. They sold it to me as a 2 megapixel camera, but I sincerely doubt that it is a 2 megapixel camera. Let's just see if I can hold that stationary. So it's not too bad. Better than most that don't even have a camera, and for £10, less than £10, it's quite a lot of function in a very cheap product. you could probably pay £10 just for a phone on its own, just for a watch on its own, a normal watch with no added functions. So let's go, let's just come back out of that. Let's just press the button and that takes you back to home. A short press, another short press turns it off, another short press gets your clock up with the time, the one you've chosen, and then you long press and that brings the menu system up. If you want to change anything in the actual watch, you'll want to go to settings. So your phone settings are there. Let's have a look at what's there. Time and date, language, preferred input method, display is wallpapers. I don't think you can change your wallpapers. Motion, flight mode, miscellaneous settings. So let's go back into settings. Security settings, call settings, restore settings. So it's only a very basic design, but it does the job. If you want a smartwatch and you don't want to pay a small fortune for it, this might be the one for you. This is the, just show you the cable that it came with. It's only a very short cable. There's the ends. That's the one that goes in the watch, and that's the one that goes in your USB port in your computer. This is the instructions, only very basic, and I've found that some of them don't apply to this particular model. One side's all in Chinese, that side. This side's in English. So if you want to pause it, and if you want to try and read that, if yours doesn't come with an instruction manual, but I've learnt all I know without even reading the instructions, and the bit that I did read, which was this, which was changing the wallpapers, doesn't apply to this watch as far as I can tell. So those are the three watch faces you can, clock faces you can change on the start of the phone, the start of the watch. I'll just move it along for you, and so you can pause the video if you want to. It may give you information I haven't given you in the video. There we go. Pause that on there if you want to. This last one. There we go. There's a warranty card as well. I don't think they'd accept warranty claims on it at the price it is, but you could try. So basically there's 4 different types of firmware available. Let's have this watch back. Let's go back to the main menu so you can have a look at it while I'm talking to you. So there we go. So there's 4 different types of firmware available. So if you want this particular one, it seems to be quite sought after, this one that has the 3 special apps on it, which is Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp. If you want this specific version of firmware, because they don't all show these 3 apps on the watch. So if you ask the seller, do you have those 3 apps on there on the watch before you buy, and he says yes, then it should be right, and it should be similar to this one. The only downside to these 3 is you do need a SIM card in the watch. So basically now there's also a memory card expansion slot in the back, and it takes up to 32 gigabytes, which is a micro SD card. It also takes a SIM card inside, a micro SIM card. I'll show you at the back at the end of the video. It's a capacitive touch screen, so it only works with touch, or maybe a capacitive stylus, as buttons are tiny, on a 1.56 inch TFT LCD, 240 by 240 pixels. It's timed out the screen. There we go. So it's actually called a DZ09. It's not a DZ09. The letter 0. No, DZ09. So number 09. So there's a different colours available: white, black, brown, and orange. Excuse the noise outside. The bezel changes, but mainly it's the strap colour which changes. So I got this one from the UK. I got this one from China, sorry. So this one wasn't crushed, as you can see. It's nice and round. See, that's both sides there. So it's nice and round. So let's just show you what the Chinese one looks like. So the British one, this is the British one, the other one was the Chinese one. So that's the box it came in. Quite a thin box, obviously. And it came in this bag as well. So as you can see, they've crushed it to make it fit in the bag. This is also a black one. So let's just pull that one out if I can. It's so tight in there, they've really crammed it in. You can probably see it's really tight in the bag. They've had to squash it in to get it to fit in the box. There's absolutely no need to squash it in. They've just tried to save on bringing it in from China to store it in the UK in the smallest box possible. It doesn't cost them any more or less to post it in the UK in the box they sent it in. They just want to crush it. So basically that's what that's done now. If you buy one from the UK, you're more than likely to get one that's crushed, and now all it wants to do is fall back to that position basically. So you're going to have to force it back, potentially breaking it there. You know, so it's actually more expensive as well buying it in the UK. So the Chinese white one I bought, it's basically the same one, just with a black strap, this one. It should normally take 2 weeks, but unfortunately it took me 6 weeks to bring the Chinese one in, which was this one. That's the Chinese one. That's the Chinese one. So it should have took 2 weeks to get here, and it took 6 weeks. I paid £9.19 for this one. So this one rammed into a box is the UK stock, obviously with the bent strap just there. So it's not as nice OS. I don't think it's... It's a similar OS, but it doesn't run as well as this one, as the white one. So this one cost me £9.99 from the UK with the bent strap, but it only took 3 days to turn up. So that's that one. So this watch, let's get it back to them. There we go, back to the main menu. So this watch is not running Android, it is running its own custom OS, which is far faster than Android watch software, but there's a lot less function in this OS. So it's a more basic OS, as processor is a lot slower than more expensive watches. There is a QR code on the watch. Let me just go on there. QR code. You scan that with your phone and it will take you to the apps to download onto your phone. So that's that done. So the apps available for this watch are, just show you what it should look like. So this is just on my tablet. So there's one called a Fundu app on Android, the Fundu Position Android version, and BT Notification Android as well. So that's what the QR code sends my tablet to. Let's just see if we can get that square. So that's what you should get when you scan the QR code. So those apps may be available on Google Play Store, which will probably be a bit safer than downloading them from an unknown source. So let's take the back off then. So let's turn it off first. Just a long press on the button gives you the menu system, and then you can turn it off from there by just pressing a long press again. So it vibrates and then turns off. If you have the music turned on, it'll make the musical noise as well. So you undo the strap, and it's just a case of undoing it from the back. It's got a little step in there, just on that corner there. So you just pull it off basically, and that's how you access the back, and that's why it's not waterproof, because there's no O-ring on it. That's the battery. Voltage 3.7, capacity 380 milliamp hour, charging voltage 4.2 volt, production date June 2016. So there's the speaker there. So when you put the back on, just line the speaker up with that black part there. This one there. So that's the battery there. So you just take the battery out, and that's where your SIM card goes, and your expansion slot there is, that's your expansion slot there. So there we go. This is a detailed review of this watch. When you put the battery back in, just make sure it's nice and tight back in there. It only fits in one way, where the contacts are. The contacts are on the battery there, the contacts are up in the top corner. So just hook it under. It just goes in there. When you're putting the back cover back on, watch out, because the edges fit under the straps basically, so pull the straps out to get the cover back on. Let's just try that. It needs to be that way. So that's one done. So you just pull it out there and clip it in. If you try and force it in, it may break the straps. Sorry about that, my thing's collapsing. So that's it basically. So now just do that back up. So now it should just turn back on without a problem. I'll put all the specifications from this exact purchase on the video's description at the bottom. So if you want to check the exact specification of this one that I purchased, so long press, it vibrates, switches on, and it's straight back. It's very fast, 4 or 5 seconds, and it's fully ready to use. Same again, short press gives you the watch, long press gives you the main menu system, where you can take the calls, because it has a microphone there as well next to the camera. So that's the camera in that hole there, and that's the microphone. The condenser mic is there, so you can accept calls through your watch. As I use this and become more familiar with it, any questions, just ask and I'll see if I can help. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Sorry it's been so long, but it's better to be detailed than not enough detail, and then you have to go and watch other videos to find out what else you have to look out for. So thanks again for watching. Thank you.